Good morning, Leo. I feel like I need to tell you off. I don't know if your energy's a little bit grumpy. Definitely in a bit of a grumpy mood this morning. It's like irritable. So like getting annoyed with people or um, just being a bit short-tempered, but it's because you're really bothered by something. Now, what's coming through in the songs. Now, I've listened to a few songs kind of outside of your reading, and I tried to disregard them because I thought I don't know if they're actually for Leo, but then they're actually the same theme is coming up. So what I've got, and this may be your story, it may not be. We may get a different story when we start to pull cards. So if this isn't your story, leave it for whoever's it is, and yeah, just hit that timestamp down below and skip forward to the cards. But what I'm getting from the songs today, you've got "Is This Love" by Bob Marley and "The Power of Goodbye" by Madonna. Now I've got one energy here who is like very much into a relationship where I was getting things like "It's Amazing" by Danni Minogue and "I See Your Face." There isn't a thing that I would change. Boy, you're amazing just the way you are. He or she, right? The gender can be swapped around. So one person is totally like into this. It feels like it's quite new. So if you've been in a long-term relationship, it's probably not your thing. And the person who's like trying to work out, is this love that I'm feeling? It's they're saying, I'm going to throw my cards on the table. So this person's willing to be honest and open. But then this other person who's coming through as the like, kind of in this power of goodbye, they're it's coming through as a very defeatist attitude. Now, I had a song by the Cat Empire, I think Stay Young, and I was already kind of picking up on this from that song. And then there was another song as well. I can't for the life of me remember which one it was, but I was getting from it this kind of feeling of like it's a very defeatist attitude. And Leo, as even though you're like the sun card, you do have these bouts of kind of things aren't, everything's awful, things just aren't going to go my way, there's no point trying. It's almost like little depressive bouts, and I feel like this is what's happening for you. Again, it could be you, it could be the other person that you're dealing with, but this second person is like it's almost like, I'm going to let you go. It's like they do love them, but it's like, I'm going to let you go because it's like they're like, I can't see how this is going to work out. My heart just flipped. There's nothing left to try. You and my lesson I had to learn. The spell has been broken. So it's not that they don't love the person. It's like it's almost like if you love something, set it free. But it's coming from a place where it's like they've got this defeatist attitude about it. As I'm saying this, I'm staring at this image here. Now the cards that were flipping out as I was shuffling were very, very positive. You had things like the Ten of Cups. You had the Lovers with the King of Cups. You had the Ten of Cups with the King of Wands. What else did you have? You just had very, very positive cards. So I feel like this relationship is, I think there's like a miscommunication or no communication, right, with those swords pointing down, or a misunderstanding. So one person is like trying to kind of walk away from it because I think it's very, very painful. Like, again, look at that image. It's like it's hurting them, and I feel like you're at a distance, and this is why you can't communicate. Like, look, at this person's on the phone, so it's like, I don't know. The second person has seen something about the first person on social media, and they're like, I just got this real feeling of like longing, of like the pain of not being with somebody and seeing them, and maybe thinking, oh, they're having a great New Year's Eve. Oh, happy New Year, by the way, 2021. So yeah, this real sense of like maybe seeing them having a good time on social media, but we all know that social media is an act, right? The face that we put on social media isn't the full truth and nothing but the truth. So it's almost like this person doesn't need me. I don't know how this can work. The pain of being apart for so long, if it's due to like COVID restrictions. But I think they've got the wrong end of the stick. I think it's coming from like a glass half empty place. It's coming from like a negative mindset, a lack mindset. Yeah, it's like, Leo, you can have whatever you want. Like, you are one of the most confident, ambitious, fiery, determined, like charismatic signs. And whatever you want, Leo, I feel like you can have. if you keep that determination up. But it's these bouts of kind of like, it's not going to happen. It's like, I've just picked my cup up and it's like, my cup's half empty, right? So it's like, but Leo, like, you can do whatever you want, and you can manifest that life for yourself. I really truly believe that. So don't have that defeatist attitude. You know, things, the way it was coming through was like that Lana Del Rey song, "When the World Was at War, We Just Kept Dancing." It's like the mindset that I want you to take into 2021, Leo, is like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what other people think. It doesn't matter. And it does sound a bit egotistical, but this is the way that the energy is coming through for me. And it's very positive if used in a positive way. So I'm not saying go out and kind of do any horrible things to other people because you're the only person that matters. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that no matter what is going on around you, no matter, you know, the people that you're dealing with, if they're absolute assholes, you know, if people are being difficult, if you know, you're trying to get something done admin wise and it's just not happening, if you're trying to, you know, if there's COVID restrictions, if the world's going bonkers, it doesn't matter. Be within yourself, keep that confidence, believe that anything is possible. It's not that it's not possible, it's just that you haven't found the pathway yet. So try and have a positive mindset where you're like, okay, that didn't work out, let's try something else. Or, okay, I can't do that thing I want to do right now because of lockdown, so do you know what, I'm going to go away and do some exercise and make myself look amazing, so that when that lockdown restriction lifts, I'm going to go out and I'm going to feel like I can like take over the world because I'm so confident and feeling gorgeous. So it's like, don't be like, oh no, I can't do that thing. Oh no, I can't be with that person. Be like, right, what am I going to do? What am I going to do in the meantime until I get that person or until I can do that thing? So it's all about the mindset. When the world's at war, just keep dancing, Leo. You've got this, okay? So that's it. That's the reading. I'm done. I'm going. Right, no, I actually do need to randomise you a song on camera. So I'm just giving you a second because I haven't actually prepared the tablet. So 1 minute. Okay, so here we go. So currently it's The Steps by Haim that came out for Capricorn yesterday. So Leo, what can we say for Leo? The best song, please, for Leo. Banquet by The Block Party. This is the Enemies New Year's Eve 2020 party playlist, if you did want to go and look up this playlist. So I don't know what this song is. Banquet. Maybe you're going to some sort of banquet. Like, unlikely, right, with lockdown, but that could mean something to you. Block party. Maybe there was a block party at Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve. Maybe everybody sang out the windows, something like this. I don't know. What does that say? Silent alarm. Silent alarm. What could that mean? I don't know. I'm just seeing the 22s here as well. It's 22 and then it's 12:29, so it's like 22:22. So I don't know if there's something in that for somebody. I'm going to listen to this off camera, see what I get from it, and then I will be back with you and we'll pull some cards. Yeah, okay. You're going to have to just go and listen to that song and see what you pull from it. Yeah. I'll leave that one up to you, to your interpretation. So, lovely Leos. What do we have for you today? So, what's going on for Leos as we move into 2021? Leos, please. The overriding message for Leos, the theme for Leo. Oh, it's funny, the Eternal Child pops out as well in the pre-shuffle. Okay. The mentor. Yeah, okay. Somebody might be getting some sort of mentor in some way. I always see this as like this beautiful owl here. It's so funny. This beautiful owl here, like coming in, like as this protector, as this guide, as this mentor, coming in, wrapping his arms around something younger, something very passionate. It's like it may be you're starting some kind of passion project, and somebody's coming in as kind of like a guardian for you. It could be that you have some kind of passionate new romantic interest, but somebody's acting as your protector. It's coming through as kind of like a spirit guide today. Like a spirit guide, it's there, it's protecting you, it's shielding you. It's kind of I'm also seeing it's kind of like keeping the passion in place. It's kind of like almost like guiding it, like sort of like they're showing me, because I'm struggling to describe what I'm seeing, they're showing me an image of a sheepdog herding sheep, you know, like corralling sheep into a pen. So it's like, it's not that you're getting penned in, it's that you are being guided in a protective way on a certain path. My nose is clicking a lot, so that's a sign of something. Could be that somebody's has nose issues, or the other day it came through that someone was lying, but I'm not particularly feeling that now. I'm feeling like it's something to do with somebody's nose. When I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change. Here we go. The eternal child. The inner child, the child of joy. The eternal child is connected to the timeless, ageless, and infinite aspects of life. It is radiant and fearless and seeks joy above all else and at any cost. So there you go. That's why this person needs the mentor, because at any cost. So it's like the mentor's coming in saying like, okay, that passion is brilliant, that enthusiasm is brilliant, but we need to, it's like you can see these lines radiating out around this inner child, but that light there in its belly is being kept. It's like being kept in, being controlled in. So it's like it could radiate out, but then it would probably exhaust the eternal child. So it's like, in some way, it's like being, whoever this is, it could be you, it could be somebody around you. It's like they're being taught how to almost like channel that passion, that creativity, that energy, that enthusiasm, that fire burning inside them, and channel it into something productive and beneficial, rather than just expending it everywhere, is the way that this is coming through. So also noticing the mirror numbers there. They're not mirror numbers because it's the number 4 and the number 6, but the IVVI, it works like a mirror number. So there could be something also, something about changing places there as well. And I almost put the cards back the wrong way. So it could be something like switching places, switching roles with somebody, almost like if you were learning to drive a car, somebody might show you how to do it, and then you'd get out and switch seats, and then the other person would like the student would try and emulate what the mentor had done. So something there with that. So the eternal child, it struggles being bound to an aging body. Still young, that while you're still young, find your heart and find your song. Or soul, I'm not sure what they say there. Where have you gone? No matter where you're going and no matter where you've been, I never needed anyone else. No, I never needed anyone else's call now. I never met anyone like you. I never met anyone like you. I never met anyone like you. Don't bring me down. I love that song. Sorry, I just got carried away singing it there. But it's like, don't bring me down. I've never met anyone like you. Never met anyone like you. I've never needed anyone else's call now. So it's like this person, sorry, I'm getting a lot of intuitive messages. I did actually ask, I'm sort of figuring out who my guide is, like where my messages are coming from. And I asked them to come in, and I'm definitely getting, because I associate owls with them as well. So I'm definitely getting that coming in. So this is interesting for me. It's actually like my mentor is here now. So what I'm getting is, what am I guessing? I got distracted. Remind me what I was going to say, please. I've never needed anyone else's call now. Thank you, it works. So it's like this person here has always just done what they wanted. They've always just followed their instincts, followed the passions, done whatever they wanted. I'm getting very, very hot behind my ears, like not my ears, but behind my ears, like at the top of my neck. It's getting very, very hot. So I don't know if that's a signifier for anybody, but yeah, it's like but now this person's coming in and like, right, okay, you've got this fieriness, you've got this passion, and it's almost like, I've never met anyone like you. So it's like maybe meeting someone who's the same as you in some way. They're giving me fire on fire. I think is it Sam Smith? I've never met anyone like you. And they're not here to bring you down. They're here to guide you, to channel it. it's like I've never met anyone like me, but this person's got more experience. Never met anyone like me. They're doing it like that now. Never met anyone like me. Okay. The eternal child wants to nix all the rules and responsibilities and go beyond what others say is possible. It wants to return with plenty of friends to the land of the free, where the divine wine and creativity pour from the earth and sky. We all want to sip from the well of eternal youth, still young, and this makes the eternal child naturally popular, perhaps even famous. The eternal child glimmers. It reminds us of what is possible and what is magical about this precious life. I've got something else to say. I'm just going to finish reading this though. When light, joyful, playful, accepts all and magic. When dark, addicted, selfish, adrift and burns out. Go deeper, Icarus, Peter Pan, Rumi's Has Anyone Seen the Boy? Celebrity culture is based heavily on this archetype, as is the phrase live hard, die young, and the series of artists and musicians who died at the age 27. This archetype is so, that's like Nirvana, Kurt Cobain, who else? Oh, there's loads, but I can't think of anyone else off the top of my head at the moment. This archetype is so spirited that when its appetite for life isn't satiated, it seeks spirits and substance elsewhere. The eternal child struggles with addictions of all varieties. So an addictive behaviour. Okay. So you could be dealing with what I wanted to say. I've got this really old book. I'm sorry, it's really scruffy. It's very, very old, so it's kind of gone a bit yellowy. But I've got this really old book that I've had for ages. It is a bit dated now, but I was kind of rereading it for some of the signs that I'm not as familiar with. It's like some signs I feel very, very familiar with, and like it's like I know, like Virgos, I know so many Virgos, so I'm really familiar with their energy. But there's others that like I don't have the placements in my chart, and I don't know many people of that sign, so sometimes I like pick that up and have a quick read of it to kind of do a bit of learning myself. And I was reading something the other day. I can't remember which sign it was for, but it was talking about Capricorns and Pisces, and how it's almost like these signs, the older they get, the younger they act. So it's like Capricorn and Pisces are kind of like the eternal child of the zodiac. Pisces very, very like I don't know, sort of like believing in fairy tales and fantasy stories, and then Capricorn, who's like I know people who talk about like Capricorn granddads who are just like really fun to be around and like the clowns kind of thing. So something you could be connecting with one of those signs possibly, or have those placements. Like you could be like your rising sign or something like that. So yes, I think that's everything for the eternal child. So let's pull you some cards. I'm gonna go. What lessons were you supposed to learn in 2020? Because I feel like that's why we had lockdown. That's why, at the tail end of Saturn being in Capricorn, which is all about learning like those difficult lessons. It's almost like COVID came in, lockdown came in order to force us into this kind of like, a lot of us into this kind of like enforced hermit mode where we were stuck with ourselves, reassessing our lives. And others, it was like it presented different challenges for them to learn. So I really feel like 2020 was all about learning tough lessons and reassessing our lives. So what were you meant to have learnt in 2020? Okay, a little bit secretive here. The Page of Wands. So you've been learning about passion. The Page of Wands is a young energy. This is this energy. You've been learning about something about yourself and something about your passions. Perhaps how to control this fire in your stomach, and I feel like you have been learning from somebody else, whether my heart just flipped over, whether you've been learning from some sort of mentor, some kind of spirit guide, but it's like right, I'm not going to just throw this energy about everywhere anymore. There's a maturing of this energy. So this is like the youngest of the fire signs, and it's your energy as well. It's fire sign energy, just to be clear. Wands, yeah. So it's like the pages, they have learning to do. Now, what's hiding, I think, is the High Priestess, yep. So you could be connecting with some kind of spiritual leader, some kind of spiritual advisor, or it could be, and it doesn't necessarily mean it's somebody from a church. It could just be someone who is spiritual in some way, a yoga teacher, or somebody who, a tarot card reader, or, just someone who is very spiritual, could be a water sign or have water element in the chart, could be Scorpio. It is the Scorpio card. It doesn't have to be. But this person here is very, very intuitive. Now, it could be you opening up this intuitive side of yourself, opening up to the universe, to possibly some sort of spirit guide. But it does feel like you've got some kind of spiritual mentor in some way, emotional mentor, and it's teaching you how to be very sort of zen-like and calm. You can almost see this is almost like the yoga pose, like the Buddha pose, right? Legs crossed. So it's teaching you how to harness your very, very fiery energy and channel it into positive projects. Once on the bottom, 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, you may feel like you've got almost like a bit of a self-destruct button. With what he was talking about the eternal child, it sort of said when dark it can mean like addictions or, you know, and it's coming through as like flightiness as well. It's like finding it hard to like sit in one place. Possibly someone could possibly have something like ADHD, where it's like very, very difficult to kind of like just sit still. It's like you've got this fire, these ideas, these passions, and it's like you very much kind of almost like a slave to them in some way, or you have been in the past. So really coming through is you're doing something amazing here. You've got like this look, it's like this is here, so very strong energy coming through, very, very clear energy. So yeah, it may feel with that 5 of Pentacles there that you messed up a few things sometimes, I think, unintentionally, very unintentionally. It's very sweet, the energy that's coming through. To me, it's presenting as I worked in a school and I did work with children with ADHD, and other kind of learning problems, social problems. So it's like seeing them try to grapple with things, seeing them trying to make the right choices, but sometimes they can be very, very impulsive and just do the wrong thing, and then it's this incredible amount of guilt afterwards once they've messed something up, or once they've kind of like fallen out with somebody because they did something impulsive and stupid, or you know, when they can see the damage that they've done in a situation because they just acted impulsively, and they feel worse about it than the other people in the situation. They feel that really strong sense of guilt. So there's a real, with this, it's like it's coming through with this real intention, this real kind of this real what's the word I'm trying to think of, like a genuine, very like authentic wish to learn how to pull back on their own reins and harness things and go through life in a more like calm, measured fashion, rather than being very reactive. It may be that somebody's hot-headed, they've got a bit of a temper, very, very impulsive energy. So yeah, that's what you've kind of been working with. If this isn't your story, you know, perhaps it's somebody around you, but it's a general reading. It's not going to be every single person's story, so take what resonates, leave anything that doesn't. So what does Leo have to leave behind as we move forward in 2021? What are they being encouraged to release? What should Leo release? The Knight of Cups. Yeah, I'm going to pull clarifiers on it. This is kind of my Lancelot card. Again, could be a water sign that you're dealing with. It's Cups, which is water sign energy. Doesn't have to be. Could be Pisces. It does seem very romantic. Pisces is the knight in shining armor for me in the tarot. That kind of like gallant knight. So could definitely be Pisces. I'm going to have to wait and put clarifiers on that. It could be a person you're letting go of, or it could be a release of some kind of codependency. It could be releasing the need for somebody to come in and save you all the time. It's like maybe you've had someone who could be a parent, a friend, but it's like somebody who always rides in to save the day, always rides in to get you out of trouble that you've kind of got yourself into. But it's like releasing the need for somebody to come in and save you, and actually taking responsibility and being mature and handling situations on your own. Because this is the thing, it could be as well, you could be this person and you could have a child or somebody who is acting this way. You could be the mentor, right? So take it as it resonates. But the way I'm seeing it, the scenario I'm seeing at the moment is like this person's immature in a kind of like impulsive, temperamental way, like very, very impulsive. So they get themselves into situations and they get themselves into trouble. And this person comes along to kind of rescue them and save the day. But that doesn't teach them how to save themselves, and it doesn't give them a sense of responsibility. So it's almost like if this person stops saving the day, then this person has to kind of step up and kind of work out how to be more mature in situations, how to get themselves out of trouble. And it doesn't mean that this person necessarily has to go away. They can be a mentor. Another thing that we were taught in schools is this technique called scaffolding. And it's like when you're working with children who are perhaps struggling to understand a lesson, you can, like scaffolding on a building, you can build it up. And give them as much support as they need. And when they've kind of got it, it's funny, they were showing me earlier a bike with stabilizers, but it didn't quite fit the what I was seeing. So it's come back again, a bike with stabilizers. So it's like you can build up that safety net, right? You can build up that scaffolding around this person when they really, really need it. But you don't want to have that there all the time, because what that actually does then is trap them and stop them from learning. So you want to kind of like give them slightly less scaffolding than you think they need, and gradually kind of pull it away so that they can learn to kind of fly on their own. Like I've seen it as like almost like Icarus. But you want to make sure that you're there with that safety net, so that when they kind of fall, you can build that scaffolding back up. So it's knowing when to build the scaffolding, when to support, and when that person has to learn to kind of deal with things themselves. Okay, brilliant. I'm glad that clarified, because I was like, oh no, does someone have to let go of a love interest? No, not necessarily. You just have to perhaps go into this scaffolding mentality rather than full support, which would exhaust that person. Okay, because they have their own life to live. They can't be living their own life and the life of somebody else. So again, it's nothing to panic about. Don't panic. Don't be like, oh my God, I'm such a burden on this person. It's not that at all. This person loves you. They want to be there. It's that they perhaps overgive. Because they love you, possibly they're overprotective. I'm getting overprotected by Brittany again, which came out for, I don't know if it was Capricorn yesterday. Somebody got it. I can't remember when, but somebody got overprotected. So yeah, it's like this person needs a bit of space to be able to make their own mistakes and fix their own mistakes, is the way it's coming through. Okay, so what opportunities are coming up for Leo once they've learnt the lessons and released what they need to release? What opportunities are coming up for Leo, please? What opportunities are coming up for Leo, please? Thank you. Oh, there you go. So for those of you who do need to release somebody, perhaps there's a codependency there. I don't know why you would have to release a person, but you will know if that's your situation. There is a new opportunity for a very, very good love interest coming in here for you. This is divine gift. Aces in the tarot are kind of like divine gifts from the universe, rewards for good behavior, if you like. It's like the gold star. So if you've learned the lessons and let go of what needs to be let go of, the universe is going to reward you with a very, very good opportunity in some kind of friendship or love. This is an emotional connection, somebody actually offering you a cup, like, be my friend, come and date me. There's potential there, and it's you can see the light radiating from it as well. It's very, very healthy, very good, very good. So it's almost like if you were leaving a relationship where it's like, you were my fortress, I had to burn. They've taught you a lot. They have taught you a lot. So whichever person you identify as here, there's like the two roles. They have been a mentor for you, and you can move forward into new relationships and take the lessons that you've learned from them and move forward. Again, doesn't necessarily have to be that you have to leave a relationship. It could be some sort of friend. It could be that you've done some sort of 12-step program and you're about to leave that and you're a bit worried about not having that mentor around. But it's saying there is something. So there's lots of different ways I could read it, basically. So take it as it applies to your situation and leave it if it doesn't. What challenges may Leo face as we move forward in 2021? What challenges may they face? So there's a bit secretive here. There's going to be challenges to your happiness. The Ten of Cups is happiness shared with other people. It's kind of like the happily ever after card. It's finding people that you really love, very healing relationships. Just people around you who are really good for you and make you feel happy. So yeah, the happy place, happy friends, happy family, whatever that Ten of Cups represents for you. It is with other people though, it's not alone. So here you've got the Seven of Wands, which talks about it's the Guardian of the Gate card. It's somebody who's been very defensive. They're having to fight off other people. So fighting off other people who perhaps are coming at you with their opinions, trying to say, you can see again, look, that radiating light there in their stomach. And I was saying here, it's like they're doing this kind of yoga pose. So it's like once you've learned some kind of, this mentor is here teaching you how to be calm in the face of adversity. Calm. It's like this it's very zen like. You may have been doing meditation or yoga and it's like you've still got that passion burning inside you. It's not like you have to explode and like defend yourself and shout at these other people and say, this is what I want, this is who I am. And it's not like you have to kind of like I don't know, be aggressive in your beliefs. It's you can know where your happiness is. Like, look at the rainbows radiating out here. It's like you can know exactly where your happiness is. It's so funny. I was going to paint my nails in rainbow colours, but I was watching something and I painted my thumb and then I just kind of like zoned out and carried on painting my nails. And I was like, oh, I was going to do rainbows today because I was like, oh, we want rainbows, in 2021. But no, I've just got red nails and they're messy as well. I've got it everywhere. But yeah, rainbows seem very, very important to you. Rainbows again are about healing, about happiness, about authenticity, letting your true colours show. So you know what makes you happy, you know what you're passionate about, and you're not going to be bothered by anyone who's trying to come at you with their opinions, anyone who wants to tell you you're wrong or you shouldn't be doing that. You know what your passion is, you've got that light burning inside you, and you're in this kind of it's almost like this is your aura, this is your protective bubble, this just very, very calm. It's like if you're just going to turn your head away, if somebody comes at you trying to cause trouble, you're just gonna be in that zen-like state. You're gonna go to that like, it's like almost like a safe space in your head, like think happy thoughts. You're going to kind of go to that place where you've calm, you're tranquil, you're going to turn your head, you're just going to ignore them, walk away. But that's going to be a challenge for you to maintain that zen-like state. So just be aware of that. I mean, it's very, very good. It looks really good. And like I said, Leo, right at the start of the reading, if you remember, if you were here for that, I was saying, why is that falling out there? The world, yeah, that's it, Leo. You've learnt this lesson. Look, they're still in that bubble. You look here at this bubble, in that bubble, I was just about to say, it's like I was saying at the start of the reading, where it's like the world could be at war, but you're just going to keep dancing. As long as it's like, I think that song that was randomized for you said something about like the news. It's like, turn off the news, stop checking your phone every 5 minutes, like thinking, oh no, the world is ending, everything's going wrong, everything's awful, getting caught up in all those like battles that people are fighting on social media all the time. Get off social media, block people who are really like negative, or mute them if they're really negative, and go into your own happiness bubble. It's like, where in your life, your life, in your immediate environment makes you happy? What steps can you take towards your own personal happiness? So this is saying, focus on your own personal happiness, on that zen-like state, and when the world is at war, just keep dancing. Because what that actually does is it raises your vibration, and it raises the collective vibration as well. When everybody's looking at their phones on social media and seeing these awful things that are happening, and they're getting into that kind of like depressive down state where it's like, I can't get up, I can't move, I can't carry on. Everything's awful. It actually brings down the vibration of the planet, the vibration of the collective energy. You can measure this. You know, I can't remember the name of the thing that measures it. I think it's in Russia, but I think it was like on 4th of July. Eric Relmutz was talking about it in a video. I think it's 4th of July, and everybody was like singing, and there was fireworks, and there was something else going on as well. So the actual vibration of the planet went up. So the more that people learn to do this, the more that people, and that's not saying you don't have to care. It's not saying don't care about things, but it's like, no, look, like this, like judgment energy as well. This, it's like higher vibrational energies is exactly what I was talking about. So say you are scrolling on social media and you see something and you're like, oh my God, that's awful. Ask yourself, can I do something about this immediately now? You could send out a tweet, but what is that going to do? It could make, you might tweet about it and be like, this is awful. What's that actually going to do other than just upset everybody else? What practical steps could you take to make that situation better? So yes, raising awareness, but it's not enough to just raise awareness. You might want to be like, this awful thing is happening. If you want to help, this is collecting money, this organization is collecting money, so it's not like, it's like, don't just look at the doom and gloom, don't just sit there saying everything is awful. It's funny that Everything Is Broken song came through by Sheryl Crow as well. Don't just sit there being like everything's awful. Be like, this thing is upsetting, is there anything I can do about it? If there is, do it, let it go. Whether that's donating money or whatever, do it, let it go. Don't let it spoil your day. If there's nothing you can do, why are you worrying about it? Because all that does is it brings down the vibration of the planet. You're actually making a negative contribution to the planet. So it's like, it is like the serenity prayer, right? Fix the things you can, leave the things you can't. Or if you can't leave something, if you're like, this is too awful, I have to do something about it, make practical steps. Be like, what can I do? And if you can't do anything, don't just sit there in that doom and gloom state, okay? When the world is at war, just keep dancing. Absolutely. And raise that vibration up, because what you also do, when you raise up your personal vibration, when you get out of that mopey energy, it pulls up all the other people that you're connected to on a vibrational level. It actually does pull them up as well. So you can imagine that somebody who's in a very high vibration, the people that they're connected with, it's like, say you went to a party with, I don't know why 7 friends, maybe this is something that's happened for you recently. Say you went to a party and you were really down in the dumps, but all of your 7 friends were like really happy and in a really good mood, and they were like, come on, like have a drink, have some food, we all love you. That would raise you up, that would raise your vibration. If you went to a party in a really good mood and all your 7 friends were just sat there like, oh, we've just seen something on the news and it was awful, and like we're all crying, and like this person's split up with the boyfriend and this person's doing that, and you were like, come on, let's have that party, but you'd feel yourself draining, you'd feel yourself being pulled into that collective swampy energy. So this is talking about, be the high vibrational person that pulls other people up. Don't be the low vibrational person that pulls the other people down. And it's difficult, especially if you are dealing with something like depression or some kind of addiction. It's difficult. Okay, it's a learning process. It's not something that happens overnight. But this is really showing me with this world card here, this is like, I think you've learned the lesson. You've done something where you've healed, and you know how now to get into that bubble of your own energy. It's like a protective bubble where it's almost like these things are coming at you. Like, look the similarity of these 2 cards. It's like I'm playing a game called Twin Mirror where this guy has a mind palace. So it's like something within yourself. Look, she's got her eyes closed. It's like when everything's around you is like, when there's these things trying to attack your energy or bring you down, they're coming at you, you've got this kind of like almost psychic shield around you, where it's like you can take yourself into this sort of place of imagination. Again, maybe you've got Pisces placement, where it's like you just take yourself away from your immediate environment into within yourself, like taking yourself to that happy place, to that dream, and then it's like nothing can touch you. Nothing can bring you down. Don't bring me down. Whoa, whoa. I love how they can. Sorry, my video cut out. I was just saying, I love how they communicate through songs for me. How the songs didn't make a huge amount of sense before, but now they make perfect sense. No matter where you're going and no matter where you've been, I've never needed anyone else's call now. I never met anyone like you. Never met anyone like you, Leo. So really, really good energy. Like if you can get into that high vibrational energy, it's amazing. And it's like maybe this person was low vibrational. Maybe this person had created a kind of, probably in the showing is the Knight of Cups in the upright. So maybe this person was like actually really trying to be helpful, and it came from a very sincere, that's the word I was looking for earlier, a very sincere place, but their scaffolding was, they were too overprotective, which meant you couldn't learn your lessons. So it could be that this person, not on purpose, created some kind of codependency there, so that you became needy with this person. So again, once you get into this very, very high vibrational energy, you can actually attract really, really healthy love interests who are also in a high vibrational energy. So perhaps there's something for you, perhaps not. Take it as it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. Again, it doesn't have to be a partner, it could be a friend, a work colleague. So anything else you want to tell me about the Page of Wands and the High Priestess, Chariot? So there's some sort of choice here, some sort of decision that needs to be made, or it's somebody taking very, very fast action. It could be travel, it could be somebody's actually traveling a considerable distance, but it's very, very fast energy. Could be dealing with a Cancerian. I did say you could be dealing with a water sign, and this is the Cancer card, so take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. Excuse me. It doesn't have to be just because it's that card. It's more about the meaning of the card than the sign attached to it. So, but there is a lot of water energy here, water and wands. So could be that you have a lot of water placements in your chart, which would make you very emotional, or it could be that you're dealing with a water sign. Right, okay, so Knight of Cups, please. Could be, I'm getting Scorpio as well from this Knight of Cups. Eight of Cups, yeah, there was something missing from this relationship. There was something where there was no satisfaction in this relationship. There was something missing. It felt like, well, I've got my Eight of Cups, which is brilliant, but it's not the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is being able to make yourself happy, to not be codependent in relationships, to be able to be like, everyone around me is having a bad day. The mood, everything's going wrong in the world. The news is awful. Nothing's going my way. The bank's being difficult, whatever it is. But it's like, but I've got that happiness at the core of myself. I can tap into my own happiness core. And I'm going to put on my protective bubble and be happy. So that's the Nine of Cups. Happiness within yourself, and not needing something external to make you happy, but finding the happiness within yourself. Very, very strong energy, very high vibrational. But this wasn't it. This wasn't it, because I think you were looking for this person to make you happy. You needed that person's cup to get the Nine of Cups. So you're actually taking your Eight of Cups and you're going out now into the world in search of that cup here. Look, so you've got the Eight of Cups, add the Ace of Cups, makes the Nine of Cups, which is finding that happiness within yourself. So yeah, you're really doing something, you're following your passions, but you've got this mentor here. It could be a guardian spirit. Ace of Cups, please. Why is this opportunity? Oh, King of Swords. We could be connecting with an air sign here. The King of Swords. They may be a little bit tough love. You maybe connecting with an air sign, but this is somebody who's going to be very, very truthful, very honest. They are very mature. They're very strategic. They're very clear-minded. They've got open communication there with that sword raised high. It could be that they have done some kind of transformation process themselves. It could be that they can look at you and say, yeah, I've been there as well. I understand what you're going through. But now I'm in this kind of much more clear-headed space, this clear thinking space. Or this could be you actually moving away from this kind of like very young, immature, impulsive energy into something where you're much more strategic, much more clear thinking. You've got this kind of higher perspective, and you kind of sat on that throne thinking, I'm not going to take anything less than what I know I deserve. It's like, I know what I'm looking for now. I know what's missing. So something, take it as it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. It's either somebody, it could be somebody who works in communication or technology, or just somebody who's very, very logically minded, clear communication, strategic. Could be somebody coming in for you, or it could be that this is you kind of moving into a very different energy. It's an unfamiliar energy as well. It's not your natural energy unless you've got strong air sign in your chart. So take it as it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. Could be Gemini with the butterflies. Tell me about this. Didn't even ask. Tell me about the Seven of Wands. Temperance. Yeah, you're going to find that balance. Temperance is all of... The messages here are so strong. So temperance here, it's like this yin energy. Temperance is about balancing out the fire with the emotions, the passion with the emotions. So you can see that she's also got 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on land. So she's very grounded. She's not drowning in her emotions. She's not kind of burning up inside. She's very, very grounded, very stable. She's just dipping her toe into the water in a situation. So yeah, really, really nice. The sun is there as well. Sun is the happiest card in the deck. She's got that rainbow top on. She's doing well. She's balanced. So temperance, if you have had some sort of addiction with that eternal child that you've been battling, this is you kind of the challenge is to maintain it, to keep that moderation, not to kind of fall into old patterns. So there's a huge amount here about being able to temper yourself, having that emotional control, having that balance of being able to temper your own passions. So real balance of emotion and passion here. The challenge is maintaining this going forward into 2021. But I can see you doing it. I think you can do it. Yeah, just dodge any tower moments. There may be things that come in. Again, I was talking about this. There's the Empress. Wow. And the Devil, the Page of Cups. Right. So we've got getting story time now here a little bit. Right. I'll talk you through these cards. So the Tower is Scorpionic energy. It's funny that I put it down here. You could be dealing with the Scorpio again. You may find, even though you've got this kind of very zen-like state going on, that you've learnt the lessons, you're still going to face challenges. So things may happen in your life that come in as a bit of a shock. They're coming out of the blue. And it's like there's a temptation to go back into that, those destructive patterns of the past. It could be self-soothing behaviours, because what you've got here is the Devil and the Empress. So you have a choice here of how to act. When the Tower hits, which choice are you going to make? Now, the Devil talks about addiction, about codependency, about being tied to things, about feeling stuck in situations, and also like shadow side energy of where you tell yourself bad things, you talk yourself out of things, you say, I'm not good enough. I was talking about how it's like you've got that kind of like down in the dumps energy of like, oh, nothing's going my way, my cup's half empty. So when the towers hit, and there will be towers, we all have towers throughout our lives. Some of them are big, some of them are small. Sometimes it's like, you lose somebody unexpectedly, or sometimes it could just be like, oh no, I have to move job. It's like something unexpected. Can be good, can be bad. But it's like, are you going to fall into those patterns of perhaps like self-destructive behavior, codependency, negative thought cycles, or are you going to continue with this very, very gorgeous bubble-like energy, very zen-like energy, where it's like you couldn't have two different ways of reacting to this Empress energy. Now, it doesn't matter if you're she, he, or they. The Empress talks about she's all four queens of the tarot. She's incredibly balanced. It's actually a Libra energy, Libra and Taurus, but Libra is a sign again about balance. So much balance over here. It's like nothing is going to ruffle her feathers. She's the Tanaquil card for me, who is a queen of Rome. And when things happened that were like surprising and unexpected and dramatic, she actually stepped up and took the lead and handled things in a very, very calm, very clear thinking, strategic way. So you are definitely dealing with, you definitely have a choice of like, do you want to fall into those negative behaviors, or do you want to keep that equilibrium, keep that calm, that patience, that kind of, those feelings of like self-worth. You literally have two opposites here. You have somebody who's like, I'm not good enough, I've got imposter syndrome, like nothing ever goes my way, I'm just going to give up. And like, I've got this, I'm calm, I'm going to take a moment to take a few deep breaths, to think this situation through, and to take the best course of action. Nothing is going to ruffle my feathers. It's literally like opposite ends of the spectrum here. You could be dealing with Capricorn, you could be dealing with Scorpio, Libra, Taurus, Sagittarius here, Cancer. There's a lot of signs coming through here, so don't worry if it's not those signs. More Pisces there on the bottom as well, with some kind of like love offer. Again, it's very immature. Could be a little bit like something that's hard to believe. Right, okay, I'm going to leave that there. Ten of Pentacles is now on the underline of this deck as well, which is sharing some kind of practical situation with other people. There's like wealth there. Also, just to say that the Devil keeps you into cup half empty energy, where the Empress is actually a card about abundance, about potential, about growth, about being able to handle whatever life throws at you, and to be able to kind of like almost make lemonade out of lemons. Again, something really interesting going on with those cards. Okay, what's the best advice, please, we have for Leo? Thank you. In the underline, you've got the White Raven Spirit, who keeps showing up at the moment. Believe in the magic. It's like there really feels like there's magic in the air. Like, I keep burning frankincense. It's like miracles. Bee Spirit, sweet results awake, and Dolphin Spirit, this and that are true. I love the dolphins. They actually do represent Libran energy for me, or Libra Taurus energy. It's Venus energy. Those are the signs ruled by the goddess Venus. The goddess Venus I associate with dolphins. She's often depicted with dolphins by her side. So I see dolphins as somebody looking for love, or somebody open to love. Bees I see as people who work well as part of a team, which is also what this Ten of Pentacles is. This is working well with others, not being too egotistical and putting yourself first. I mean, maybe you're the queen bee, Leo. If anyone's going to be the queen bee, it's going to be you, right? But it's about putting in a lot of hard work, but also doing things as part of a team, being part of the community. So we'll see what the cards say for these. You've got number 7, which is about life path, and number 20, which breaks down to a 2, which again is about partnership. So I'm really seeing you working with other people here. Definitely this mentor, right? Mentor student energy. Some of you could be actually doing something where you're doing, going back to school or college, or doing some kind of like formal learning, maybe like improving your skill set somehow. Maybe taking on some kind of like apprenticeship role. Or you're doing the opposite. You're going to be the teacher. I was picking up actually that somebody was taking their skill set. I don't know who it was for. It could be you, it could be somebody else, but somebody was like taking their skill set, taking the lessons that they'd learned, and they were going into some sort of like teaching role. Now it's coming through as university. It was like almost like somebody had been like poached from their career, because it's like, say you worked in, like we've got the King of Swords there, right? Say you worked in technology or communications, say that was your job, and you kind of like reached quite a senior position in this communications job, or technology, or whatever it was. And it's like a university was like, right, we need somebody to come in as a professor to kind of teach people this specific job that you do. And it's like, well, I never expected to be a teacher. I never expected to be a professor, but there's a huge opportunity here. There's a lot of money. And it still is like my skill set. It's just maybe I've got to learn how to teach, and then I can do that new job. So I was picking up on somebody doing that. I don't know who. It's interesting that came through for your readings. Maybe that's what you're doing. Maybe you're the mentor. So again, comes through differently. There's a lot of people coming to this reading, so take it as it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. Be spirit then. I just heard be kind. I think that's Marshmallow. Sorry, they're playing it. I wanna believe that you don't have a bad bone in your body. There's something about your ego going, wah, 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 wah. It's like Halsey and Marshmallow. I'm going to have to write it down before I forget. Sorry, they're really playing it. I know you're choking on your fears. I know you're drowning in your tears. I know you're choking in your fears. Why do you hide from the one you can't deny? You're the one. Stop wasting time with the one that you love. Something like that. I don't know why you hide from the one you can't deny. I'm the one. Something like that. I have to go and listen to it. Okay. Bee Spirit, sweet results await. The Bee Spirit's message is that sweet rewards are on their way if you are willing to get your ego out of the way. Told you, Leo. And immerse yourself in the connected energy of all things. Bee Spirit knows not to let a sense of being separate, being a separate self, get in the way of a good thing. This is what I was saying. It's like viewing yourself as a separate entity and realizing that you're actually connected to a lot of other people on like a vibrational level. Spirit is always producing honey. Miracles and magic are everywhere. When you connect with the great hive mind, you are vibrating and buzzing in exquisite harmony with all. It's collective, hive mind, collective consciousness. Bee Spirit asks that it's literally how, if you're sat here going, oh my God, this is my reading, like the collective consciousness is how I'm reading your story right now. That's how it works. And buzzing in exquisite harmony with all. Bee Spirit asks that your focus be on the connectivity. Your body, heart, soul and psyche experience total interconnectedness and a true integration when you self-forget and when you remember that you are part of a greater unified consciousness. That's what I was talking about, raising your vibration, because it raises the vibration of the collective consciousness. It's exactly what I was saying. Moving from separation into connection, from self-centered limitation to spirit-centered infinite possibility. And that's what I'm seeing with this kind of devil energy that I was picking up on, where it's like it works two ways. It's like you be separate. Don't let bad vibrations pull you down, like that party scenario, but be the good vibration that pulls others up. Moving from separation into connection, from self-centered limitation to spirit-centered infinite possibility and potential, you become as busy as a bee, enjoying the gifts of Bee Spirit, fully in alignment with your highest expression of yourself. Your heart opens and creativity rushes through you seemingly without effort, as you experience that nothing feels like work. Industriousness is driven by enthusiasm and inner motivation, that fire inside you, right? And time seems to fly by quickly as the hive supports you in the making of honey. Do you feel the presence of your helpers in the hidden realms, adding their energy to your creations? I told you, you've got some kind of spirit guide there. Magical results are taking form and will be sweeter than you expect. Bee Spirit wants you to remember that your part in the divine partnership with the conscious universe is being rewarded, even if you can't see that yet, and asks that you share your good fortune as there is plenty of honey for all. Be a part of the larger whole, the force that brings forth all that is sweet and delightful. Okay, I just paused to get a little bit of extra time and to find the right page for this, but as I was doing that, they were giving me we're not worthy from Wayne's World, so take that as it resonates. Dolphin Spirit, this and that are true. Now we're going into my theory that everything is connected. The universe is just one big thing. Everything is true and nothing is true. So this is like very much my theories here coming through in your reading. Dolphin Spirit, like her earthly manifestation, is a reminder of duality. As the dolphin is both mammal and sea creature, so too is Dolphin Spirit both this and that. Two truths coexist. The story you tell and another as well. The duality of life is present when we are suffering, for there is a blessing too in the helpers that appear. Within clouds are silver linings, and when we later reflect on what happened, we can see that situation was both this and that, and a choice led to both joy and sorrow. No relationship is either all good or all bad, and people have qualities of both life light and shadow. Focus on the positive, for light exists alongside the darkness. That's what was coming through in that randomized song. It said something about light and darkness. Dolphin Spirit calls for you to come up from below and enjoy a weightless moment in the sun as you dive in and out of this and that, accepting and even enjoying the duality of life. Why not join Dolphin Spirit in acknowledging and affirming the blessings present in this moment? In all areas of your life, there are aspects of both this and that. Today you can celebrate this fact and recognize the complexity and the beauty of the fabric of the universe. You are in a place right now where your past self is still present as you move towards your new self you are becoming. That's this up here. Aspects of both selves are present, so even if you want to say goodbye to what was, you are required to find solace in this between time. Today is not a day to choose one over the other, but rather accept things as they are without judgment or resistance. Even in matters of the heart, duality is present. Your next action will be obvious when you drop your bias and see things as a whole. So seeing things as a whole, allowing this and that to be true, not trying to choose sides in any way, but just being part of this. It's very much like everything is connected, everything is one thing. Seeing that yin yang, getting that balance in your life, and then really being part of something bigger than yourself. Right, I'm going to run out of time, so I hope that was relevant to you. Do leave me a comment, like, subscribe, share with friends if you think it's their story, and if you're coming in as a stealth watcher, that's totally okay with me as well. Do take care, and I'll see you again soon, Leo. What a magnificent reading. You may want to look into manifestation, positive thinking, all those kinds of things. All right, take care. Bye-bye.